when it comes to my kids, especially now, at this moment in time, Jasmine and Leo, I feel that the stuff that's going on, I can't do anything about how other people are reacting. Like the whole deal with a therapist and a lawyer and a custody and what really surprises me. For about 5 or 6 years, we've been having Tuesdays and Sundays and alternating holidays, whatever. I've just been sort of going with the flow on that because I was just getting sick of dealing with trying to play with the system and make exes happy. There's a bug keeps landing on my screen, so sorry about all the blowing. But the thing is, I wasn't who I am now then. So I was afraid to speak up for myself, even though I know that I was doing the right thing. Even then I was doing the right thing as a father, as a parent. I just wanted to spend time with my kids. No matter what problems I had in my life, I wasn't putting my problems on the kids. And, people may say, you don't tell the kids the truth about this, and you don't tell the kids the truth about that. And I don't know who taught these people to lie to everybody. When everyone says be honest, but they're like, well, you don't say this to people. You don't say this to that person. You don't do this here, and you don't do this there. And I'm like, who? You know what you do? You live honestly. You live truthfully. That's what you do. You quit worrying about what the popular consensus says to do. But when it comes to my kids, I don't feel that this drama is mine. Like, this is really hard to explain to most people. But the drama that's going on with these therapists and the lawyer and this custody thing and Jasmine and Leo not wanting to see me because I told them it's not okay to make your own plans and just cancel Tuesdays and Sundays. Tuesdays and Sundays are the days they've always come with me. And to say that I have to go spend time with them at a family counselor, I guess that's fine because the family counselor is my family too. But they don't get that. So since they're not coming to me on that level, I can't just sit there and play Dan Alexander, my backstory to them the whole time because I move forward every day. I'm right here, right now. I'm sorry that most people don't understand what that means. That means that I live now, every moment. I am involved with whatever is evolving and revolving around me. I don't worry about what happened yesterday. I do what's right all the time. I act correctly. I'm caring, compassionate, mindful, loving at all times. I may get emotional when I talk because it's hard not to get frustrated when people are so ignorant. Like, I don't know another human being, that isn't ignorant in some way. And that's okay. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I still am too at times. I can be in the place where I don't need words, but when I'm around people, I need words. So since I need words and I can't put these things into words because I understand spiritual entities, I understand how nature works. I understand everything. But that doesn't matter because people want to know what everyone else says is how to understand everything. If you read it in a dictionary, that's true. If you see it online on Wikipedia, oh, it's true. If you see on the news, it's happening. People are so blind. Their life is told to them from the news, and their life is told to them from the media. Like, the popular songs, I heard this girl, and she's sitting outside Country Fair today, and her song was like, it was like this fast super beat, and this girl was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck no more, you ain't nothing, and it's like, listening to something like that is not going to help you. But if I say that to somebody, they're not going to want to hear that because they're going through their own personal drama in their head. They're creating that for themselves. And if you say that to them, they're like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, I understand everything. What do you want me to tell you about you? And then that gets, insulting to people too. So you can't help people unless they're ready to admit that they don't know. And when you do know, and you say you do, boy, does that make you an enemy to anybody, it seems like, when you just want to help them. But this drama really isn't mine. So what I have to do is be loving, I'm not going to go see therapists and all that stuff because that's playing with the system, and the system doesn't understand what real knowledge is. They think I'm crazy because I understand where we came from and I understand what's going on. And they're like, be here and now in this world. And nobody likes the way everything operates right now. Nobody wants to have to struggle to earn money when we could grow food, which we should, and we should eat healthy, which we should, but we don't. And that seems all, of course, of course, of course. But why aren't we? Because we keep getting promoted to by people who say, be healthy, and then say, commercials, 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 freedom of speech. Well, stop being stupid and promoting things that are harmful. And stop poisoning things purposely to make profit. Stop slaughtering innocent things. I mean, there's pretty simple things, but people, be nice to animals, but I don't even want to go too far. I mean, it's just, I love what's happening, and I understand it. And I've already seen the end in every way. And that doesn't make sense to other people, because then people are just like, oh, you're just talking blah, blah, blah. But this is just a moment in time. When seconds tick away, but you can experience lifetimes, it's hard to explain to anybody. Nobody's ever going to get me. So they can call me crazy, but if you want me to act just like a normal guy, I can do that at times. But when I'm really being who I am, this is me. I'm 100% walking, talking entity interpreter, and what matters is I'm talking what matters. People may hear ghost stories or some past event that happened 1 second ago is something that you're holding on to in your head. I can tell you what's happening right now, but people want to know, well, why this happened, or why that happened, or why this happened, or why that happened. I can tell the factual facts about anything, and the things that Dan, me, whatever, hasn't experienced or studied or looked into yet, I can watch it and I can see what I know what's real about it and I know what's fake about it. And as soon as I go into it, it opens up a whole new branch of like historical whatever akasha. I don't even know what the words are, and it doesn't matter what the words are. I mean, they have it in all these different books and all these different things, and people try to put it into words, but the people who understand it don't need to have those words. They're just trying to help other people, but then other people look at them and think they're crazy. And that's level 2. I created this. Not as Dan, but like I've seen myself as Dan doing the creating. And I'm sure everybody who's reached enlightenment has had their own mental interpretation, emotional, physical, experiential interpretation of what happens when you discover that we are all one being, but on this different lower level of dimension as a human, so that we can understand sensation and feelings and experiences and blah, blah, blah. But to try to really, really express how that feels to be a person walking around doing this at all times and trying to act like normal people. I'm not crazy trying to act normal. I'm extremely, I guess you could say, brilliant or genius or whatever, and I don't. Those words mean nothing to me. I don't know, trigonometry because I don't need to. You don't need to know any of that stuff. Nothing matters. You don't have to learn anything. All we need to learn is compassion, respect for nature, love, and right thinking, right acting. I mean, there's nothing else we need to learn. It's just what the higher ups or the corporates and the whatever. And there's nothing wrong with those people because they thought they were doing the right thing, following along with the ancestors, the descendants, But it's time to live for ourselves and not be what everyone else just says to be. I know this started about my kids, but we're all one. So I'm not downgrading their importance in my personal life. They're super important. They're more important than, I guess, any other people to Dan. But I'm not just Dan. What am I supposed to do about that? Oh, I'm crazy because, I understand where we came from and other people don't. So that makes me crazy because they watch TV and they say, this guy named Donald Trump's the president. No, he's not. They just call him that. He's playing an act. Just like when somebody plays in a play at school or you watch somebody in a movie, they're all playing an act. In real life, you decide what your act is. From a little tiny boy or girl, you get directed in a certain way and you just pick and pick and pick different things, and sometimes you get forced and sometimes you stumble into it, and you're acting. You're acting as something. You don't really understand what you are. I understand what I am. I'm talking to my phone, acting as if it's another being, because in a way it is, because it's interpreting things and that doesn't matter. People won't get that. So, I love you.